So far I've put in equal parts of water into these two jugs. You notice this one I have pointed up, so it's really, giving a real murky effect. And this one I just have to the side, so I'm just doing a little test to see which one actually looks better sooner. Highly recommend getting a neat little LED light. So when you turn off the pumps, you can look straight down and see if you see any granules of salt. And you're probably wondering, well, why haven't I put the heaters in? Well, heaters, they don't do so well when they're exposed to air. So I'm going to wait until these two full jugs are ready and full. Okay, so you're looking at 9 jugs again. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 9. And for those who don't believe me, I did find a dollar glacier machine. And you kind of have to look around for these. They run out real easily. But you're probably wondering, well, how is it that you wait for all 9 jugs to fill? And the dollar's stuck. Okay, you can take the dollar. That normally doesn't happen. There we go. So, credit accepted. So, back to what I was saying, you probably wonder how there we go, sit here and wait for all this. Well, I highly recommend if you're going to be doing these water changes, you install a nice little TV in your car. Really helps pass the time, like waiting for that water there. And I find a lot of success. That's Dan Reynolds, he's the man. With this new surf movie, Lost Atlas. It really helps with passing the time. And not everyone can go ahead and watch TV doing water changes, but I highly recommend it. So I am a big fan of making sure that your water is of course clean and there's nothing floating around in it. On top of that, you want to make sure to test your water, because you do not want to put in nasty water into your tank. So I got a big dummy strip here. Go in here, give it 30 seconds. What I'm looking for with the dummy strip is making sure I don't show any nitrates or nitrites. And if you look at the blue there next to, all the way at the left, the pH, alkalinity is perfect. Love seeing that. And then this water looks like here, it's been a few moments, and I don't see any nitrates. Takes about 30 seconds for those tests. Just give it a quick dip. Make sure that water's just perfect. Okay. And I'll give it some time. Okay, and back to the strips. If you look here, I'm registering darn near perfect alkalinity, of course, because it's new water, and no registration on nitrate or nitrite. So that's pretty nice. Well, I'm going to let this, of course, mix for 24 hours. I give that a bare minimum. You have to make sure that all your salt water is mixed, because imagine if your coral's sitting in a tank and you're trying to live in water that has not been mixed properly. It's going to possibly burn corals and hurt them in the long run. Won't give them a... Alright, so it's been 24 hours and the water has mixed. About this point you want to go ahead and take your LED flashlight, look in the water, make sure there's no granules. We're looking good. Check this one too, looking good. I've had the heaters in here for quite a bit of time to make sure that the water's the right temperature, matching the right salinity with the tank. And if you're wondering what I've outfitted these hoses on here for, those have the little return mixing pumps in there attached to them. So I got 2 Rio 1400s with enough head pressure to push the water from the bottom all the way to the top into the tank. Now, many of you might wonder why I put it in the top of the tank. These pumps are going to punch much faster than the return, and I want to get as much water back in this tank as fast as possible so my corals aren't hanging high and dry. Moving over here, I have 6 jugs I'm going to be removing only about 90 gallons from the tank. And I look at this, and so we got 6 5-gallon jugs. You can get these at Home Depot for $1, so that's kind of nice. And then these are just ones I've accumulated over time from buying salt. I just put them all in together and just put on the side yard, and all I need is one hose to siphon straight from the tank. What is best practice is going ahead and squeegeeing turkey baste each one of the little crevices and pull out the detritus. Where I'm at with this tank is I do not want to disturb any of those crevices and detritus. I've done that a few times before, but it's definitely best practice because detritus ends up turning into nitrites and nitrates, and that ends up hurting your tank in the long run.